Welcome back to InTooDeep. This time on InTooDeep, I leave Miami Beach Marina.
Goodbye, Miami Beach Marina.
To go anchor out for a couple days, where I welcome aboard a familiar face and prepare for the InTooDeep Meetup. After that, I filled the old Broward up with some fuel.
And we are fueling up.
And it's finally time to cross the Gulf Stream to the Bahamas. So hop aboard and hit that subscribe button, because this is the beginning of my epic Bahamas adventure on my 1979 70-foot Broward motor yacht.
When we left Portland, I said this will be the best season yet. It is the best season yet. All right, so right now is quite the moment. So for the last month and 2 weeks really, I've spent my time docked at the legendary Miami Beach Marina. It was definitely pretty expensive, but that's all right because it was so worth it. I just had to do it. I had to experience it. I had the opportunity to come in here, have a slip on the most legendary dock, and I had so much freaking fun. But now the time has come. It's February 9th, 2025, and it is time to leave here. So I am solo. I'm going to be operating the Broward by myself. All I'm doing is coming out of the marina, going over by Monument Island in Miami Beach. I'm gonna anchor for a couple days. My crew for the Bahamas, crew member I should say, it's pretty exciting. For the Bahamas is coming. I'm having the InTooDeep Meetup in 5 days, 6 days, and then I'm going to the Bahamas. So this is a pretty legendary feat here we're doing. So right now, I just started the generator. Slack tide is at noon. It's important you come in and out of here at slack tide, especially in an old boat without thrusters and stuff. Although I have a bow thruster, just not a stern thruster. But I need to fire up the off-grid system. All right, time to fire up the mains. Mains are running. It's the first time they've been started in a while, and they're ready to run. They freaking love this stuff. All right, I'm gonna retrieve a lot of my lines. I've been tied up here for a long time, so my lines are all wrapped around pilings and stuff. See if I can make this thing come out solo. Goodbye, Miami Beach Marina. I'll tell ya, I really enjoyed this place. This is it. See you later. I'll get out of here and report back. When we left Portland, I said this will be the best season yet. It is the best season yet. I have had so much fun. I'm healthy. I feel like $1,000,000. I really couldn't ask for more. I'm so thankful. Seriously. Thankful for all you guys for watching the videos, and just thankful for being able to fix the boat, and all the above. What a wonderful experience. Miami Beach Marina. So my tender is still there, parked on the dock, and my truck is in the parking garage. So I'll have to come back to get my tender later today. I'll have one of my old anchor friends bring me. And just like that, this is my home for the next week. Monument Island. I'm gonna anchor right over here. I'll spin her around. I've got an extraordinary view of the city. In all honesty, I prefer anchoring, honestly, but with a boat like this, until I had the off-grid system done and all that stuff, it just wasn't practical. The water maker, because now I can make water, I can live on battery power, with all the luxuries of this boat. Little surprise, I got a hot tub for the boat, so that's gonna be freaking sick. But yeah, here's the island. I'm gonna anchor right here, and that's that. To give you an idea of the amount of water this boat stirs, I'm in 8 feet of water and look at it. This thing is no joke. I'm sucking all that into my engines right now. All right guys, so I'm currently on the jet ski and the boat is right there behind me. And as you know, I left Miami Beach Marina a couple days ago. I've been anchored out and I just forgot how much I love being anchored. It is the best thing in the world. So it's February 11th today and the Miami Boat Show is starting tomorrow. Flightboard reached out to me and they wanted to know if I wanted to come do a demo with them. Coincidentally, it's right over here at the Standard Hotel. I'm on my way to go do a demo. I'm actually so excited because I wanted to e-foil. Oh, for those that don't know what flightboard is, it's an e-foil board. And I've wanted to e-foil for a while, so I am beyond excited for this. All right, I'm standing here with Levi right now from Flightboard, and I just got a demo of a few of your awesome boards. Which boards did I try?
So today you tried out kind of our 3 most common sizes. We tried out our standard flight board, which is about 100 liters. The coral board right next to it, that's our Pro board. And then the board that's inverted right now, that's our Ultra L2. And so going in line, they're each smaller, higher performance, just more stoke. And you crushed it. Like as far as
thank you.
I've taught a lot of people, and you know, not everybody can just go boom, boom, boom through the boards in the same session. So
I had so much fun. It was completely unfamiliar when I started. Started right here on this board and then moved over to the white board and then the slightly smaller board and then their premier high performance board. That one is pretty hard to get up on the foil, but I think once you get used to the foil action, it's pretty easy.
It's just like anything, you know, the first time you try it, it's all new body mechanics.
It's practice.
It's practice.
Yeah.
It's not, I wouldn't say it's difficult. You just got to spend time in the water.
Yeah.
And it definitely helps to have other experience, but like we get people who've never even like surfboarded it before in their life up and flying for the session.
That's what he was saying is that oftentimes everyone can do it. Everyone can do it with a good lesson.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Whether you're on your knees for the first time or you're standing or whatever, everyone flies in our session.
Awesome. All right, so this is an update. I left Miami Beach Marina 2 days ago, and I've been on anchor now for 2 nights. So this is my 3rd night on anchor. The off-grid system is a complete savior. It is a huge savior. I turned the generator off last night, probably 9 o'clock. Right now, it is 6:45 p.m. The sun just went down, and I still have over 50% battery capacity, meaning I could run all night like this. So to give you an idea, I'm running everything except for the air conditioning system. So the air conditioning system would be using about double what I'm using right now in total. So my consumption would be twice as much as right now. So technically I could have ran all last night with the AC, absolutely no problem. Woke up, opened the doors, but I didn't really need it and I wanted to save the batteries. So far the only actual real issue with the system is that this closet gets hot. I didn't let it get too hot. I had known that it was going to heat up, but see, there's fans here that blow air, and then the bottom of the inverter sucks air. And then there's vents on the side up here, but I mounted the vents above here, so there's no constrictions. This is what I've got. I bought this on Amazon. It's got 2 little computer fans in it. You cut a hole in your door. In my case, it'll be with the door shut. I've got it roped open right now just so it can vent. There's no heat problem when the door is open. And it's not even extraordinarily hot down here. It's just that that's a confined space. So I'm gonna put this in the door on the outside. It's gonna suck air from the top. the bottom of the door already has a vent. So this whole cabinet or closet here is basically becoming a duct. It's gonna suck cold air from the bottom and blow the hot air out the top.
Hi guys, my name is Casey and I'm going to be Gus's crew member for the Bahamas trip this year. Some of you may remember me from his older videos. We dated for a while when we were young until he left me to go on his first boat trip. But now I'm here and I'm excited to be a part of this Bahamas adventure. Today is February 14th, 2025 and I flew into Miami yesterday. I'll be Gus's first mate until April 1st. Sorry if I'm a little camera shy, but hopefully I'll get better.
Casey, it is time for you to get trained on the crane. You're getting crane training right now. All right? You see this?
Yes.
This is the remote. Out arrow means cable goes down when you click this button. In means the cable comes up, in. So I'll say out or in. You'll switch it and you'll go in, and then you hold it. I'll say hold it or stop. Out. Same thing. Pretty simple, right? You got it?
You'll say hold or click?
Yeah, I'll say hold it, hold it. All right, stop. And something like that. So we're gonna try this. We're gonna load the jet ski back on the fly bridge because we're going to the Yacht Club for the meetup tomorrow. So, let's get some first-hand footage of you lifting up the ski, shall we? That's going. So, to start your training, you're gonna let me down.
Trust me like that?
I trust you.
God.
I gotta trust you.
I'm scared.
All right, you ready for jet ski loading?
Oh yeah.
It'll be your first of many.
First of many.
All right, bring her up. Hold on. All right, bring her up. A little more. All right. A little more. Right there. Right there. Good job. You did it.
Crane certified.
All right. I just gave Casey her very first training lesson. How you feeling about docking? We're going from the anchorage at Monument Island over to the Miami Yacht Club. This will be Casey. Well, Casey was around with the old boats quite a bit, so she gets it. But I think this will be your first time docking a 70-footer.
Yep, sure is.
So, little more. Little more. One more click. Right there. All right. So the InTooDeep meetup was absolutely awesome. Here's just a couple of the many pictures that we took. If you came, thank you so much for coming. I'll definitely do another one up north this year. About halfway through, someone showed up with a little surprise for me. Turns out me and him would become good friends after this. But his name's George, and he created what's called elite fenders, boat fenders. And I had bought some of his fenders a couple months prior when I was back up in Maine. And then I realized that the ones that I bought were too small for me. Nonetheless, I got some bigger ones, and you'll see later in the Bahamas trip, George and his girlfriend come out to the Exumas, and they are pro spearfisher men and women. Here's a little clip we took while they were here. I was just saying that, like 3 months ago, or more than 3 months ago, when I got the boat, I needed big fenders for the boat, and I was doing research, this, that. The biggest thing about fenders is you either need those racks in the front of the boat, or you need to be able to deflate them. You can deflate these things in about 2 seconds, and then you can reinflate them in about another 2 seconds. And what I did last night was the big thing. I don't even know if you have tried this, but this fender back here, the boat, I only put that one big ship fender up there, and then I was letting the back of the boat ride on the rubber. The wind was cranking full bore this way. There's no way I'm pushing the boat out to get a fender in there. I put the fender in there deflated, completely deflated, with the pump and my jackery, inflated it. I shit you not, it just pushed the boat straight out, like without even struggling the slightest bit. There was a ridiculous amount of pressure on this fender last night, and it didn't even lose any air. That's crazy.
Glad to hear.
I mean, it was pushing on just this tiny little, you know? Impressive. I've had no problems with them. I've been using them everywhere.
Well, come and check out the ones that we brought you, because I know you were interested in these, so we got you 4 of the muscle fenders. So they're 48 inches long, they're 18 inches wide, which is on the wider side, and the reason why we picked that is because of the size of the boat and the taper of the hull. So that's
so awesome. I realized after I got those, they're great for calm water and for like rafting up a tender or something, but not big enough for full-blown Bahamas docking, like what you were saying. Sure. By the way, right now, we're at the InTooDeep Meetup, and it had a way more amazing turnout than I could have ever imagined. So many people came, and awesome people. There's one standing right here. Such a good time.
I came all the way from Fort Myers. I've been an OG from the first show, and I had to come meet Gus.
Oh man.
Just had to. Drove over for the day.
I'm so exciting. Just such a cool.
All right.
That's a unit, George.
Good, I'm glad you like it.
That's a gorilla.
For you as well.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Have a great trip.
Awesome. Thank you. Right now, we are leaving. My dad is back. He's here for every send-off. This is Miami Yacht Club. And we're pushing off the dock to go meet the fuel barge, and then fuel, and then Bahamas probably tomorrow. The InTooDeep Meetup was spectacular. Look at my nice elite fenders hanging out on the sides, doing their job. Spectacular. Alright, we're underway, Casey. Grab that. Here's the deal. Right now, we are going to meet the Peterson fuel barge to go fuel this thing up. We're gonna meet them right by the island. Casey, we're gonna do a starboard side tie, tenders tied off on the port side, and you're gonna hand them the aft midship line first. I'll get on the radio with him. We'll talk to him, see if he has any explicit instructions, but he's gonna have his spuds down, which means he's planted in the ground, and we're gonna tie up with him. We might have to raise or lower our fenders, but our nice elite fenders will keep us protected, so we're good. Once we get a little closer, I'll call him up on the radio when he's in sight. We'll talk to him. You'll go downstairs. We'll throw lines. We should be good to go. Got it?
Got it.
Oh yeah. Peterson fuel barge. Can Peterson Fuel Barge. This is Sincerity, Channel 9, over. This is me coming up on your port side, Monument Islands, and I'm looking for a starboard side dive, if that's alright.
Okay then, thank you. You can come on the side. You're actually to the west of me there, I see you. Yeah, you can approach him on the side. 79th Bridge. This is Beneteau 30.4 sailboat. We're in a convoy with another sailboat requesting bridge opening. First Street, Valley Hill B2. Thank you for the opening. Have a great day.
Copy that. Peterson Fuel Barge will be pulling up. Howdy!
South Miami, building 3 is down. Did you copy? South Miami,
Awesome. Yeah, we'll take this. Good job, Casey. So that's gotta go through the hole on deck. I'll come down and help you. Bump it back?
Yes, please.
Awesome. Wow, that's the perfect level. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Awesome. All right, let's put some fuel in this thing. And we are fueling up. You all right with video? Casey's on the cam lock, ready to shut her off. Sweet. Probably take 1,000 to 1,500 right now. All right, right now we're gonna go downstairs and I'm gonna show you guys where I dip the tank aft. So down the stairs in this closet is a little fuel port. Take this cap off, and this tank is shallow. It's only about 1.5 feet deep, but it takes up the whole footprint of the bottom of the boat. So I dip this in, take it out, and that's how much fuel we have in that aft tank. We still got quite a bit of room in there, so we're looking good.
All right, we're all fueled up, thanks to Peterson Fuel.
Right here, right now, at this very moment, I just made my last stop, my last thing to do before departing for the Bahamas. Today is the 19th of February, 2025. Finally, my boat is ready. Everything is ready. All the systems are ready. Oh, look, we got a jellyfish. I just left Miami Beach Marina, filled up the center console with fuel, headed back to the boat, and I would like to introduce, if you have not already met, you'll remember her from my videos a long time ago, Casey! So Casey's coming to the Bahamas with me.
First mate.
She's a first mate, and she's already learned a lot about the boating thing. Casey was around when I bought my Albin. She was around long before that too, but cue video of Casey bottom painting my Albin. We got Casey painting the bottom, getting her all prepped up.
She's all covered in paint. This shit's nasty too.
So, yeah, she is good on boats. I've been in rough seas with her, never seen her get seasick. She's pretty seasoned. I think she'll be ready to rip. So she's been learning all the ropes, literally. The ropes.
The ropes.
You excited?
I'm so excited.
Right now we're going back to the boat. I'm gonna hook up my towing bridle that I bought from Miami Cordage and put the center console in tow, and we're ready to rip. Woo! All right, Bahamas, here we come. Today's destination, Bimini. All right, we're back on the boat. Casey just made me a bagel. It was yummy. I'm gonna go check the oil. We're gonna fire this thing up and we're gonna get out of here. I am like, whew, I didn't get much sleep last night. It's 10:30 in the morning right now. It's hot today. And, oh, can you get me a paper towel, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. I want to get out in the ocean and hope it's not too rough out there, but we waited till today because the south winds are blowing in. It'll settle the Gulf Stream down. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm just gonna check the oil. I just changed it, so it should have more than enough, but it is always a good idea to check. So that we do. Especially when we're going out in the ocean. Perfect. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna fire them up. You ready?
Ready.
This is the last engine start in the United States before the Bahamas trip. All right. Is my tow harness that I had Miami Cordage make me, and I didn't want to deal with losing, like, the thought of losing the center console. So this is Dyneema. I can tow up to a 30-foot center console with this tow harness, which is awesome. Captive thimble right here. This is to connect to the bow. I just opted for this instead of the $500 quick release because this is actually a little bit stronger and way cheaper. So it's 85 feet of Dyneema and 35 feet of double braid, which goes to the cleats. The Dyneema does not stretch at all, so the double braid gives you some stretch. That's what that's for. I'm gonna set this thing up. We're gonna have it in a short tow until we get toward the inlet, and then once we're at the inlet going straight, I'll have Casey undo it and we'll put it in a long tow. Let's do it. Are just backup pennants. If all else fails, we got something else holding on. All right, you can grab that. Give that a wrap around the cleat real quick. I got it.
Want me to pull the other fender up?
I'm gonna have to take that one off, but if you think you can climb around the side deck and undo it, then yeah. And we are underway. Casey's down on the bow watching the anchor. It's still just in the water to clean it all off. Once it gets clean, she's gonna pull it in. We're on our way. All right, off we go. We're coming out of government cut, Casey. The tender's in long tow. It looks like it's already almost on a plane.
This will be my furthest boat trip ever.
furthest boat trip ever?
Yep. And a first mate.
You got any words?
I don't really have any words quite yet. I'll probably have quite a few words as we go along though.
Perfect.
Oh, I thought that was a big fish.
All right, government cut. I was gonna set up a time lapse, but it's hectic showing Casey all the ropes and putting the tender in long tow. Once we get out in the ocean, it'll be sweet, and I'll definitely get a time lapse coming into Bimini. We have about 50 nautical miles, if that, to Bimini. Should be an amazing trip. It's definitely windy. Right now it's blowing 20 knots out of the south. That was not forecasted, but at least it's a southerly because the Gulf Stream flows north and a southerly wind blows the waves in the Gulf Stream down. So that'll help us out a bit. But yeah, government cut. Off we go. All right, we have our first issue of the trip and we're not even half a mile out of government cut. The seas are reasonably rough right now. High water alarm just started going off. Went down in the engine room, bilge is full of water. It's never has water in it, it's always empty. Started looking around, well, turned the pump on, started looking around, and I blew a fresh water line. So we were dumping tank water via the fresh water pump straight into the bilge. Whew. Definitely better than the latter, but looking behind the engine, seeing large amounts of water spray everywhere is not a good feeling. So I'll take you down real quick. Casey's watching the helm. If I start feeling spontaneous underway, I'll fix it, but unlikely. Probably gonna have to wait till we get to Bimini to fix that. So we will not have water today on our travels. Is what it is. I don't want to dump the whole freshwater tank in the bilge, but it's part of the journey. Problems, old boat, guaranteed to have problems. It looks like it broke where it was crimped together with some shitty plastic hose, so I have a ton of plumbing pieces and maybe I can remedy it in a better way. But for now, we're just gonna keep making way. Hopefully it calms down a little bit when we hit the Gulf Stream since the wind's blowing the waves down. One can only hope. It's a little rougher out here today than I would have hoped for, but we're making way. No more problems so far, so good. The water's already so blue.
It is already so blue, but
We're actively dropping off the continental shelf right now. We're in like the 1,500 feet of water and it's gonna get way deeper.
woo. Wait, how deep did you say it is?
I'm pretty sure 5,500 feet at the deepest.
Oh, wow.
Right now it's 1,500. So right now we are absolutely cruising. The seas have seemingly settled. We're dealing with long second period threes right now, and the boat just loves it. It is perfect. We are totally stable. It was definitely rougher when we started out. How we doing?
I'm good. I'm being the captain right now.
The center console's in tow and it's doing good. It's definitely going for a ride. I'm seeing now that the harness needs to be like 25, 30 feet longer, because then it would ride in the trough of the next wake of the boat. But that's a strong harness. That's a light boat. It's pretty much just dragging it behind us. The harness looks good.
calm seas, it would be fine. But it in the perfect world, I would have it in that next trough. You can see it's kind of all over the place. Someone said have the outboard down, and it would be more, it would track better. But I don't know if that's a good idea. I have it up with all of the added resistance and stuff. You'd have to put it in gear so the prop wasn't turning. Well, I guess you could let the prop freewheel. I wonder if that's bad for the lower unit. But the boat's doing so awesome. Every time you go on your first voyage in a while. Oh crap, I forgot to mention something big. I got an inflatable hot tub for the flybridge. I drained it for this voyage and it's new. I've only used it once, but it fits perfect. And as long as the waves aren't super big, it's pretty dynamite.
The hot tub was awesome, and he used the off-grid system to keep it running and keep it nice and warm. It worked really well.
Yeah, that's a good point. I used the lithium batteries were powering the hot tub pump and the heater. I mean, it's a pretty gnarly setup, and the batteries are performing quite well. I let that hot tub run all night long on the lithium. We were drawing over 100 amps of power all night. I know my battery bank's only 800 amp hours, but it works really good. It works really good. Epoch lithium batteries. Highly suggested. I'm gonna Insta360 my entire entrance to Bimini. Tonight we're going to Bimini Big Game Club. We're gonna roll in and we are gonna stay in Bimini for what I think is 5 nights. We're gonna do all sorts of exploring. We're gonna explore the island. We're gonna explore all of the water attractions nearby. And I'm gonna show you what Bimini Big Game has to offer. They have all these cool little condos. My buddy Brandon actually stayed in one of the condos. He brought his center console out here and he loved it. The reason we're gonna stay in Bimini for 5 days is because some wind is rolling in and I don't wanna cross over to Chubb toward Nassau until the wind settles down. I want that to be a nice calm crossing. It's in shallow water. I'm sure the wind really kicks that water up. So Bimini, we'll do the full tour. And in these videos, I'm gonna really show you guys everything that we do on land as well.
Gus, guess what?
What?
So in about 2 hours, this will be the 3rd country we visited together.
Wow.
I know.
Jamaica?
Jamaica,
Mexico,
Cancun, and Bahamas. Everything's going wonderful so far. For some reason I thought I would potentially get like seasick or be like really nervous. Haven't been nervous except for when the alarms went off. And earlier on I mentioned once I can't see land anymore, I thought I'd get nervous. I'm not nervous at all. We picked a beautiful, like perfect day to leave. The waves have calmed down. We found like the right cruising speed. And yeah, great travel so far. We'll update you a little later. Bye. Don't mind my messy boat hair or when I awkwardly stutter, or like I'm not used to being recorded on video, so it'll take me some time and adjusting to come out of my shell, I guess.
All right. So right now we are approaching Bimini. We are about 8 miles away. I do not know if you can see it in the camera. However, we're coming into Bimini. I'm gonna show the entire entrance of Bimini to debunk any of the rumors about it being hard to come into Bimini. We came into Bimini one time on my friend's Mangusta, and that's a big boat, and it was pitch black out. It's really pretty straightforward. So we're coming into Bimini. I'm gonna show it on the Insta360. We're gonna dock at Bimini Big Game, and then we're gonna go explore the island. In this slew of videos, I'm gonna change it up, and we are gonna show everything we do, navigating, boat fixing, driving the boat, And then our excursions on land, e-biking, one-wheeling, water excursions, everything, there's gonna be nothing left out. You will see. Our restaurants, I love restaurants. So, excited?
I'm super excited. It's crazy because you said we're 8 miles away from Bimini, but like when you're on the boat, it looks like it's so much closer.
Right? Miami's a long ways back that way. The center console likes the calm seas.
I'm so glad the seas calmed down. I literally am so happy about that. So, Casey's gonna set up lines.
About to go do that right now.
Alright, I just took our American flag down, and this had... There you go, that's better.
Silly question, but I guess I just don't know. Are we not supposed to have that flag when we go to the Bahamas?
So,
That's actually a good question. We need to hang up our quarantine flag.
What's that?
it's a yellow flag that says we are entering an international port, and we have not cleared customs yet.
Oh,
So, we're gonna put that up. Once we clear customs, we take that down and we'll put up our Bahamas flag.
oh, okay.
Then we can fly that too. But you always want to fly your international, your visiting flag.
Where do you keep the yellow flag?
Top right drawer of the bureau downstairs.
Gotcha. Is that where the Bahamas
I need to
flag
go
is,
get
or-
the rope too, because that gets hung on the starboard side. Alrighty, our quarantine flag is up. We are ready to quarantine. Coming into Bimini. About 1.5 miles out, I believe. Let's see. 2.5 miles out. Closing in. All right, we're approaching the Bimini entrance channel. I'm gonna slow us down. And we're gonna go tie the center console up alongside the boat. That way we can come right in with it. Nice. Hell yeah. All right, I'll start undoing these and pulling them in. Tow bridle did great. All right, I'm gonna cut the video so I can get hands on here. Alrighty, here we are entering Bimini. Get ready for the Insta360 time lapse. We just drifted for a minute because I had the center console behind us. I had to make it come alongside us, but now we're coming into Bimini. Look at that steel trawler coming into Bimini. That thing is sweet. 2 massive decks, all steel. That's an ocean-going vessel right there. I like that thing. All right, we're gonna go dock up at Bimini Big Game.
welcome to Bimini Big Game. On the one wheel, just docked up, and I've got 15 minutes to go check in with customs before they close. So that's where I'm headed. He said down this way, make a right, go to the police station, and go from there. All right, so it's pink building. Oh, it's right over here already. That's so quick. I could have walked here in 2 seconds. There's immigration. Okay. I'm gonna roll in and take care of business. Well, that was super easy and $0. And now I'm headed to customs, which is right at the game club. Sweet. Wow, this is awesome. We're in Bimini. Let's go. All right, just like that, we're all set. Right back to the boat. I can see my boat from the customs office. Check that out. I'm gonna go check in with the front desk now and good to go. Total cost so far, $304. 34 to 100 foot boat is the same fee. So, not bad. Bimini Big Game, let's go check in. Alrighty, customs is cleared. That was easy peasy, watermelon squeezy. Now it's time to put my Bahamas flag up, take down the courtesy flag, just in time for sunset. Welcome to Bimini. Whoo! First night in the Bahamas. So as you guys might know, I have Starlink on the boat. And now that I have my off-grid system up and running, I have power all the time, which means I have internet all the time. And one big thing that allows me to do is to place this Wi-Fi camera right here, pointed at the GPS, where I can see depth, wind speed, voltage, and my anchor alarm, all remotely. But there is one major flaw. Out here in the Bahamas, I don't have cellular data, so I rely on public Wi-Fi networks when I go out. Grocery stores, restaurants, you name it. And the problem with public Wi-Fi networks is that they are not very safe. Random people could potentially be accessing my data through the public Wi-Fi network. And that's why now is the perfect time to talk about the sponsor of today's video, NordVPN. One of many of NordVPN's features is the ability to secure your internet connection with just one click. It encrypts your data to ensure that nobody can access your personal information. And this works whether you're at home, work, or on a public Wi-Fi network. For me, it's a public Wi-Fi network that's my main concern. With NordVPN, you'll get fast, reliable access to a private internet connection, so you can browse with peace of mind. And when I say one click, I mean it. Check this out. Open the app, quick connect, and I'm securely browsing right here. So join millions of users that trust NordVPN today. Use the link in the description of this video, nordvpn.com/InTooDeep, to get 4 months extra on a 2-year plan. And it's risk-free with NordVPN's 30-day money-back guarantee. So I gotta say, big thanks to NordVPN for sponsoring today's video and for keeping me protected on the go. What's cool about the Big Game Club is that they have everything you could ever want or need in one spot. Whether you're coming by boat or you're flying in for a vacay, they've got poolside and dockside condos. They've got the pool, couple restaurants, a convenience store, super easy check-in with customs and immigration, and a whole dive center where you can go shark diving or book an excursion out to the Sapona shipwreck.
expected the world, but it flew away from her reach. So she ran away in her sleep and dreamed of
So yesterday the crossing wasn't bad at all. It was a little rough in the morning. The seas settled down as we made our way into the Gulf Stream, pulled into Bimini, The entrance to Bimini, once again, is so much easier than so many people on the internet make it seem. That's something the internet does with a lot of things. They make things seem very difficult. Most of the time, it's not the case. If you look at the charts on Navionics coming into Bimini, there's one extra green that shows on the chart. It's not an aid to navigation. Just follow the cans. Come in, keep the reds on your right, make a hard left at the first green, hard turn to port, coming into Bimini at the first green, follow it straight in, channel markers. We have a 5-foot draft. I never saw less than 4.5 feet on the chart plotter, and that was only for a split second, but that 4.5 is set 2 feet below the water line. So it's really 6.5 feet of water. That was at dead low tide, and I think if I hugged the reds a little more, it would have been more water than that. But once you get into Bimini, there's 15 feet of water the whole way. Not bad at all. So me and Casey went out to Bimini Big Game's restaurant, one of their restaurants, last night, Bimini Seafood Company. It was spectacular. This morning we were walking around, met the chef, so we're gonna go back over there. But I really like Bimini Big Game Marina. This place is cool. So I wanna give you guys a tour of everything they have to offer. Mainly because Bimini is the closest set of islands to Florida. You could literally take your jet ski here. You could take your small boat here. You could put it on the dock at Bimini Big Game, get one of their condos, and have everything at your disposal right here. You have restaurants, you have a pool, you have a game room, pizza place. Oh, just awesome. You can explore the island. You can take the jet ski back out, head over to Honeymoon Harbor or anything of that nature. We are going to be staying in Bimini for the next 4 days. That was 3 fingers. For the next 4 days. Because the wind is picking up. It's gonna be blowing real good out there. We're in a nice protected harbor in here. So we're gonna check out everything that this island has to offer over the course of the next 4 days. I'm pretty stoked. What do you say we launch the e-bike and go explore the rest of the island?
Sounds like the best way to start our day.
For anyone wondering, this right here is a Talaria MX-5. I got it on Marketplace for a good deal used, 1,000 miles on it. I'm a dirt bike rider, so it was weird for me to get used to no foot brake, still getting used to, and no shifting, but quality unit right there. Way more powerful than you would ever think. And no, it does not agree with salt water. Should probably lube that chain up. I put the big tire on it, had to chop the knobs off because it didn't fit. Oof. Got a matching one for the front, just didn't put it on yet. All right, so we just met a Bimini local right now. And I just mentioned, you want to go on a boating adventure? Because he knows all of the spots. And now we have a packed center console ready to rip. My man, what's your name and what are you doing here?
I got kidnapped. but my name is Jamie. You guys kidnapped me for the day.
Oh my.
It's okay though.
So we're going mangrove cruising, right?
Yeah, we're gonna search for the Martin Luther King statue.
Sweet.
Martin Luther King actually wrote one of his "I Had a Dream" speeches there, and they put that statue there in the mangroves in monument of him.
No way.
So we're gonna visit that.
That's
today.
awesome. DJ works on the sport fish that's docked next to us. He is the man. We hung out last night. How are ya?
How are you?
What's your name?
Denny.
Denny is here. She also works on the sport fish next door. Oh, the crossing made my coring leak pretty bad. Rotted Aquasport, sorry. And then last but certainly not least, the birthday girl. What's your name?
Oh, your birthday? Yeah.
And she's here from Florida.
That's right.
The girlfriend of the man himself. So let's go mangrove cruising, shall we?
like Coca-Cola, C-O-L-A cola. She walked up to me and she asked me to dance. I asked her her name and in a dark brown voice she said Lola, L-O-L-A Lola, la 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 Lola. Well, I'm not the world's most physical guy, but when she squeezed me tight, she nearly broke my spine. Oh my Lola, la 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 Lola. Well, I'm not dumb, but I can't understand why she walked like a woman but talked like a man. Oh my Lola, la 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 Lola, la 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 Lola. Well, we drank champagne and danced all night under electric candlelight. She picked me up and sat me on her knee. Said, "Little boy, won't you come on with me?" Well, I'm not the world's most passionate guy, but when I looked in her eyes, well, I almost fell for my Lola. La 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 la, la 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 la.
So you just watched us come all the way through the mangroves, and now this is Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream statue. Martin Luther King was here. That is so cool. Make sure that thing's still pumping water. Yeah. That's too cool. I'm wearing my Meta glasses that my friend Anthony got me.
Stay and always wanted to be that way for my Lola. La 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 la. Girls will be boys and boys will be girls. It's a mixed up, muddled up, shook up world. It's a Lola. La 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 la.
We just got back from our little center console rip, and now we're in the hot tub. On the flybridge of the Broward. If there is a way to do discount yachting, this is discount yachting at its finest. Inflatable hot tub, jam-packed on the flybridge of some old-ass Broward motor yacht. Like, how does it get any more yachting budget than this?
The Bahamas saltwater too. I didn't even touch it.
Oh no, our bubbles went away. They probably timed out. Let's see. They timed out. There they go.
We're back, baby.
Our friend Jamie that took us on the center console, really cool guy. He was driving and, oh, there's my sunglasses. He was driving the center console and he just knew where he was going. I'm glad he did. We only hit bottom like twice, but the prop looks all right as of this moment. Might be a little more banged up than it was. It's all right. Over there is the Bimini Flats, and man, would I love to go kiteboarding in there, especially during this wind. Later tonight, we're going to dinner. All right, so me and Casey are pretty well sun-kissed today from our center console adventure, e-biking, you name it, but we're at the Bimini big game, so we're going up to the best seafood restaurant in Bimini, hands down. The Bimini Seafood Company. Let's go. So when you're walking through here, just to get up to the restaurant, you pass this awesome area. You have a ping pong table, you have a shuffleboard table, the pool is right over there. We're going up to the Seafood Company, Bimini Seafood Company. Let's see what's up in the Seafood Company tonight. Conch chowder. It looks like I'm in the engine room with this light on. Conch chowder. Delicious. Yeah, it is.
You've had the chowder here?
All right, DJ, you have no choice. This is DJ. We met DJ in Bimini. He's working on a sport fish, a beautiful, brand new Viking sport fish that cruises at over 30 knots. Absolutely insane. And we're just hanging out. Chef!
This is the lobster thermidor.
Oh,
This
man.
is the lobster thermidor, right?
Really?
This is actually, I call it the Showtime lobster.
Really?
I spent over 15 years perfecting this. Come to big game. We
Yeah.
got you. We got you.
Thank you so much,
No
Chef.
problem.
I really appreciate
Let
it.
me know what you think.
I am
Thank you, David.
ecstatic.
Enjoy. Made it real nice for you guys.
Thank you. That was so delicious. What did you think of that?
10 out of 10. Chef David did amazing. Like, oh, look who's here.
Chef! Oh my! That was
Oh, goddamn.
one of the.
Goddamn.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
only been about 5 minutes, and we're not done yet. I'm gonna finish every drop of that, but that was an amazing meal.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That's actually, when you come in, you ask for the chef lobster, which will be the lobster thermidor that I give you. I'm now recreating that and calling that the Showtime lobster, because everybody calls it chef.
Showtime! I heard.
So, but that's going to be our main dish.
That was 4 lobsters worth of meat we just consumed.
It was delicious. I'm stuffed.
Holy crap, that Intrepid right there is from Lake Winnipesaukee, New Hampshire. No way. We probably know the people in a roundabout way that are on that boat. Maybe we can find them. I bet you it's not happy to be in the salt. All right, me and Casey are going to Hemingway Plaza right now to try out the best pizza place in Bimini. Let's do it. Let's do it. Ernest Hemingway has a serious amount of history here in Bimini. One really cool thing about Bimini Pizza is that you grab a drink, and even if you're not staying at the resort, if you get pizza, you can use the facility and you can come hang out at the pool while your pizza's getting made, or you can go see the sharks. We're gonna go see the sharks. Let's go. Neil Watson's Bimini Scuba Center, home of the great Hammerhead Safari. So they actually have a shark cage over here. And you can get in the shark cage and swim with the sharks. Let's see if there's any sharkies around right now. Oh, there's one right there. That's a bull shark. There's another one. That's a big shark.
Oh, there's a bunch of them.
Sharks everywhere. So one thing that we learned yesterday is that the fish you see swimming with the sharks, I don't know if you can see them, when the sharks eat, extra food comes out of their gills. So those fish latch onto their gills and they eat the leftovers. Whatever doesn't go down the shark's pipe goes down the fish's pipe. It's so cool. So cool. So it's blowing pretty good in Bimini today. It's blowing 20 knots easily, but it's still nice. Pretty cool. Can't wait for this pizza. Bless you.
Thank you. Good morning. So Gus is still in bed, so I woke up a little earlier than him. I brewed a fresh pot of coffee. Right now I have some bacon cooking. Then I'm gonna make some scrambled eggs and a buttered bagel. And yeah.
Look at that. Casey made breakfast. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll have your bagel in just a minute.
Aw. So today is our last day in Bimini. We were supposed to stay here until Monday, but the weather is looking great to leave tomorrow. So we're gonna leave tomorrow, and that's that. We're gonna go see if we can find the Sapona. All right, well, we're not making the Sapona today. We're getting wet. It's choppy as hell. It was a fun little diversion though. We could probably go tuck behind those, well, even that's a little ways. Yeah. I was gonna go north though. Alright, so we just did like a survey of the Bimini Inlet on the Aquasport, and definitely the red side is way deeper here. And like DJ just said, you can see the shoal right there on the green side of the channel. I came right over it in my boat. There's 6 feet of water there, but you can see your best path is hug the reds, make a left at the green, turn to port if you're coming in. Stay in the deep water right there. Definitely plenty of water if you stay on the red side of the channel. That's good to know though. It's nice even with all the wind being tucked behind this island. That's South Bimini.
All right, 6:30 a.m. We're getting ready to head out.
Casey's up. Nice. Nice to meet you guys. You're gonna pass me in that beautiful vessel. So we just entered the northwest channel. As you can see, that was our depth. And it literally just